AI feels complicated for a reason. Not because it is complicated, but because people profit from making it feel that way. Making AI look complicated is what sells tools. The more overwhelmed you are, the easier it is to convince you that you need something new. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps that you actually need to use to get AI into your business without complicating it or overspending. AI is the single most impactful thing to happen to small businesses, startups, creators, and freelancers. But there is a ton of noise and too many tools that are creating panic and confusion, when in fact, if you have a business of any size, in any state, then you should not even be looking at any AI tool out there until you've watched this video. And if you want to shortcut all of this, this is what I actually do, implementing AI properly into businesses. I'm Gina. I've spent the last 20 years building startups, and now I work with businesses of any size to overhaul their operations and setup, implement smart automations and AI, so that you can focus on the things that will actually make your business successful. Your humanity, your connection, your community, and your storytelling. If you want me to look at your business and map this all out for you, you can apply for a full business audit. And if you're not quite sure, I have a free tool in the description of this video that will be a mini business diagnosis for you to see where you can optimize and where you should be focusing your attention. But let me take you through the core of what I do so you can do it as well at home yourself. Now, this is for anybody. Whether you are starting your own business, you've been running your business for a number of years, you have an idea, you're a freelancer, you're a creator, it is all the same. Proper systems first. So your step 1, you are going to map every workflow that your business needs. You can do this on a whiteboard, on a big piece of paper, on the back of a napkin, but write down everything your business runs on or needs to run on. This is things like your marketing, your content, your sales, your client delivery, your finance, your analytics, any kind of tracking that you need to do as well. And if you actually don't know what workflows you need, start with the tasks that you actually do and then build them up. Because this is where a lot of people stumble when they try and implement AI. They get confused between tasks and workflows. A video gets defined as a task when it's a workflow, and then that video AI tool feels so shiny and tempting. But here, we don't optimize for outsourcing tasks. We optimize for building workflows, and that is the secret to a successful business. A task is writing one email. A workflow is the defined process for how leads come in, get nurtured, convert, and get delivered to. These are very different things, and conflating them is why most AI implementations fail. Now, if you are even overwhelmed with where to start with workflows, the good thing is that these are age-old and predefined for success. So you can take tasks and turn them into workflows with the help of my complete business blueprint. This is an entire operating system built for you from that 20 years of startup experience. It has 9 different workspaces, 24 databases, over 80 working sections, and is every workflow that you need for any business of any size or maturity. It's also optimized for AI implementation. So if you want everything built for you already, you can grab that complete business blueprint from the link in the description as well. Because that is actually step 2. In step 2 to implementing any type of AI or tool is to take those workflows and build your foundation. Now, I use Notion for this because, and this is no exaggeration at all, I have tried over 50 different tools in the last 20 years, and Notion is head and shoulders above everything. I've been using it for 6 years, and every 6 months, I stress test it against any new products, and Notion is always the most customizable, scalable, and it is completely free. I have built hundreds of businesses and workflows, and I still use the free plan. So taking those workflows that you've defined and building them into Notion is the next step to actually setting up AI. Again, if you don't want to do that yourself, you're not sure how to do that yourself, grab the blueprint. If you want to learn how to do that yourself, subscribe to this channel because I teach you how to do that. Basically anything Notion, business, AI, startups. If that is what you're into, drop a like and subscribe. And if you know anyone else who's trying to learn all of this without being completely overwhelmed, send them my channel. Now, I use Notion because it is the best, but you may have another program that you already work with and you're already familiar with. All you need to do though is choose one and stick to it, because having a connected system with workflows and processes that talk to each other not only means you can stay on top of everything, but it also saves you time, energy, and cost. The way that you build in Notion and the way that I work with clients is architecture first. So what are your step-by-step processes? Turn that into a database. Then, what does that database contain? What is the data model? Then we work through workflows and daily use. How you actually move through stages of each of your projects and tasks, how you do updates, how you complete those tasks. And then we move on to intelligence and automation. Not AI tools, but the automation that lives in the free Notion plan. Only once we have this up and running and working perfectly do we then look at optimization and scale. It's always in that order, always focusing on the foundations first. And for a lot of businesses, the automation that's built into Notion is actually a huge game changer and a massive saver of time, more so than adopting an entire new AI tool. So do check out this video on starter automations in Notion and grab yourself the complete business blueprint, because where we do get overwhelmed and think we need a shiny subscription-based product to make our business run easier, sometimes what we need is the simplest solution. So now you have your workflows set up in your centralized space, which I hope is in Notion and I hope is in the business blueprint. Step 3 is where you actually start thinking about which workflows that you have mapped out can be handed to AI. This is still not where we start looking at tools. Still don't do that. Remember, you're supposed to feel excited about all these AI tools, and you're supposed to feel like it's going to solve your problems because it's good marketing, but you need to actually understand what problems AI can solve before looking at the tools available. Once your processes and workflows are defined and then documented in one place, it will be immediately obvious which parts are repetitive, rules-based, or time-consuming in ways that don't actually require any of your thinking. You then need to write these ones down. And if you've got this far and you are not sure where your business sits or which of these are time-consuming or repetitive, do grab the free business diagnosis. This will help you understand what you are spending too much time on and what you should focus on more. This is completely free. It's a 4-section analysis of your current business, and it will show you exactly what you are missing or what you are over-indexing on, so you can focus on what's actually useful for your business. Now, step 4 is where you can finally give a little bit of headspace to all those shiny AI tools. It is now and only now that any AI tools enter the picture. At this point of working with clients, I propose tooling that will either replace or replicate things that shouldn't be on their priority list. Some of the common ones that we implement are make automations that nurture prospects by predefined sales stages, analytics dashboards that update daily, tools that take deep research and reformat that immediately into skeletons for additional content use, and many more ways in which we reduce the time that people spend doing the work that isn't actually valuable to bringing their business forward. And this is what AI for business, especially small, medium businesses, people wanting to use it properly, is. It is not about shiny apps. It is about proper systems and foundations, and AI being utilized to remove drudgery, get rid of the repetitive tasks, and free up your time to focus on everything that actually makes a business successful in a modern world. These are things that we actually crave and can't replicate. Our human connectivity, our community, and our storytelling. And if you're interested in building a business properly, like, subscribe, and check out all the free resources that I have on my website.